Last summer I made a rant about a certain channel on YouTube called La Monalisa, and it's run by the couple you see here on the screen. The woman, La Monalisa Perez, who runs the channel, and the man, Pedro Ruiz. And back in very late June of last year, the couple thought it was a good idea because, they wanted the YouTube views, the fame, the accolades, and all that. They thought it was a good idea that he would hold a thick encyclopedia in front of his chest, and she would shoot him with a .50 caliber Desert Eagle, and they both thought that would stop the fucking bullet. And of course they were wrong, and Pedro Ruiz dies, I assume a very painful death, because that shit was fucking aimed at his chest, for God's sake. And now La Monalisa was finally sentenced. Some of you who are in my Discord server have probably read this article already, but here's some snippets of it anyway. A Minnesota woman has been sentenced to 6 months in prison for shooting dead her boyfriend in a YouTube stunt that went wrong. Monalisa Perez, now 20, pleaded guilty to second-degree manslaughter in the death of Pedro Ruiz, 22, who she had been dating for 5 years. On Wednesday, Minnesota Judge Jeffrey Remick set out the terms agreed under plea bargaining. He said Perez would serve a 180-day jail term, alternating between 10 days in jail and 10 days out for the first 6 months, amounting to 90 days behind bars. Perez had previously experimented and thought that the thick book would protect him. The clip was filmed by 2 cameras, and the couple's 3-year-old daughter witnessed the shooting. Yeah, that's not traumatizing at all, witnessing your fucking mother shooting your father to death. So in a nutshell, she's facing 6 months. And you know what, I'm not really complaining about that. Honestly, if I were, in charge of the whole sentencing thing, I probably would have bumped it up to a year, but, she didn't deliberately mean to kill him. It's not like she shot him on purpose or anything, although some do theorize something was going on behind the scenes, and, the whole, book stunt was a cover-up, but whatever the fuck. I'm pretty sure she didn't mean to kill him, so I think a 6 months to a year is perfectly fine. I don't think she should have I don't think she should have gotten a decade, what she was initially facing when this first happened, but still, I still do think she is a fucking dumbass for doing this, and I also want to address the response, the overwhelming negative response that my initial video on the subject received. My initial video on the subject, it fucking blew up way bigger than I fucking imagined. I thought that video would probably cap out at 1,000 views, or maybe 2,000 if I was extremely lucky. But holy shit, the video is currently sitting at almost 26,000 views right now, and a few times it has shot up and gotten a couple thousand views in a day. And you know what, I'm happy, that's cool, but still, a lot of comments are fucking saying that I'm this terrible person because, I don't feel bad at all that the guy died, and they're even fucking, saying, oh, you should have done your research, it was his idea that she should shoot him with a fucking 50 caliber Desert Eagle with a thick encyclopedia in front of his chest. It was all his idea, and, they were trying to say that, I was misleading, and that I was putting too much of the blame on her, even though, I clearly acknowledged this in my video. The boyfriend, Pedro Ruiz, was trying to convince Monalisa to shoot him in the chest with a .50 caliber Desert Eagle handgun, and those things are fucking powerful if you don't know what those are. Anyways, he said he would hold it in a thick encyclopedia in front of his chest, and told her, no, the encyclopedia is thick, the pages will definitely stop the bullet. Dead wrong. It really baffles me how people just fuck this up. It's not like I said this at the end of the video either. A minute in, I fucking address that this was all Pedro's idea and she just followed through. And here's some comments fucking calling me out for this. But you've got it all wrong. Her boyfriend was the one who convinced her to shoot him. She was reluctant to do it, so don't act like she's the bad guy here. I mean, yeah, she killed him and all that, and kinda did sorta kill him, but it wasn't her fault. Let me just say that you have the story flipped around and the title is so misleading. La Monalisa didn't want to do it, but Pedro convinced her because he said he's done it before. She never intended on killing him, but in the end, someone died. He had a child, he had a family. You should never laugh or make light to someone's death in a bad way. I hope you see this and understand what his family is going through. You know, it fucking surprises me that she has so many white knights fucking defending her. You know, even though they never fucking cared about her channel before this, you know, she probably had 10 subscribers at most prior to this incident. And here's the thing. She is just as much at fault here than he is. I am not giving her a fucking pass. She should have still researched it. I don't care if he tried it out for himself or any of that. She still should have researched what the fuck kind of gun she was using and what the fuck could happen if she potentially did that. She could have easily taken another thick encyclopedia they may have had, aimed the gun at it, and see if the gun went through it. But no, they just go through it blindly without doing any research or hardly any research at all. And you know, he ends up dead, and she ends up with a 6-month jail sentence. And on top of that, their fucking daughter fucking witnesses this shit and is probably scarred for life now. It really pisses me off. I don't give a fuck if my video came off as insensitive. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit that the guy died. Okay, maybe that's going a little too far, but still, he was a fucking moron. She was a fucking moron, and what they did was fucking moronic. And it's disgusting to see these people fucking defend her, white knight her, kiss her ass, and say, no, she wasn't at fault at all. She was the one who fucking aimed the gun at him, didn't do any research, and had their fucking daughter witness this shit, like I just said a few seconds ago. I don't care. I don't care if this was all his plan, even though, you know, I clearly did acknowledge in the initial video that it was his plan. I don't give a shit about that. They are both still equally as dumb, and he fucking dies. She ends up with a jail sentence, and this all could have been fucking prevented if they didn't give so much of a shit about their YouTube channel, and instead focus their priorities on more important things, like, I don't know, raising their kids? And you know what? This might be going a little too far. I don't give a shit. Scratch what I said earlier. I don't give a shit that he died. You know what? I'm fucking happy that he died. Because this shows a bunch of other dumbasses out there. This is a prime example of people who are just way too fucking into YouTube. Way too fucking into their sub count, their view count and all that. And this could potentially be a fucking wake-up call for a lot of other people who want to try dumb, stupid, and dangerous shit like this. You know, just to get some views on YouTube. This could be a wake-up call to them and be like, oh, look at what happened to this guy. He died as a result of wanting more YouTube views. Maybe I shouldn't do this dumb, extreme shit on my channel and play it safe. You know, just do YouTube for fun. You know, if I have low views, whatever. You know, maybe this will fucking be a lesson to a lot of these other potential view whores who will potentially do dangerous and stupid shit and might end up and it might result in them taking their own lives, or someone else accidentally taking their own lives. Look, I understand the situation is fucked up. I know a family is grieving. I know his fucking girlfriend is probably destroyed over this, and I know that his daughter is not gonna have a father for the rest of her life, and their son that was born back in like September or some shit is not gonna have a father for his whole life. Not gonna know his father just because they wanted to do a stupid fucking stunt for YouTube views. And I can't believe there are people fucking white knighting this. I mean, holy shit. Again, this legitimately fucking enrages me, because this is pretty much giving her a pass. What these people are fucking writing in my comment section is giving her a pass. And I also saw a fucking tribute video for this shit. A tribute to La Monalisa. They put fucking sappy, corny, sad music, and they fucking play a bunch of clips of her videos, you know, pretty much glorifying this dumbass, making her seem like she was this fucking innocent little angel, when in reality she's a fucking dumb bitch. And a view whore. And people are trying to say that I was the view whore. I was the fucking view whore. At least I'm not the one that's fucking aiming guns at people and accidentally killing someone that I care about just to fucking grow my channel. I mean, some of these fucking comments are just fucking ridiculous. Ugh, I got really fucking heated here. Anyways, I'm gonna have to fucking sit down, relax, and, you know, try to forget about all this stupid shit. We live in a day and age where someone is so fucking desperate to grow their channel that they fucking shoot their boyfriend, accidentally kill them, and yet they still have fucking people defending them and trying to say, oh, it's okay, it's not your fault. Fuck all of you, fuck anyone who defends this shit, and fuck La Monalisa and her boyfriend. That's all I have to say, bye-bye.